Hey there, and welcome back to Start Adventuring, a channel that is dedicated to helping young role players break down their barriers and just start adventuring. This week will be the second of our one-shot series in the new Candlekeep Mysteries. The chapter is entitled Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions. I'm super excited to get into it. But Ben, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character for us?
Yeah, so this week I am playing and Baxter is DMing. I will be playing Maryn Crab. You can see him over... Nope, still got it wrong that way. He is an Order of Scribes wizard, just level 2. You can see he's got a pretty low AC because he's a wizard. But he's a new wizard trying to make his way in the world of arcane secrets.
Okay, right on. Yeah, it's super exciting. And then I think there's also something about a book. He has an awoken spellbook that we discussed.
Right. As an Order of Scribes wizard, the subclass gives him an awakened spellbook. So he has a sentient spellbook called Agathor that he travels with.
Yes, and if you guys want to hear a little bit more about the creation of Agathor, or at least the conceptualization of Agathor, go ahead and go to our Session 0 video, link in the description box below. But nevertheless, Ben, do you have any questions for me before we get started and get into it?
No, I'm excited. Let's do it.
All right. Well, then without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into Chapter 2, Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions.
Yeah.
All right. So we open with Maryn Crab walking up the stone streets, heading into Candlekeep. What's on Maryn's mind as he's entering to first see the Candlekeep itself? Has he been to Candlekeep? Is this his first time?
No, I don't think he's been to Candlekeep before. I think it's pretty impressive to him. I mean, Candlekeep is a large fortress, right?
Oh, yeah, no, it's astounding. It's beautiful. There's a lot of interesting architecture. And as you know, most people that have been there really only get into the Court of Air, which is the basic, area. Not everyone gets to go out into the higher reaches that you can see kind of in the background as you approach the Candlekeep itself.
I think Maryn's probably just got Agathor clutched under his arm as he's walking up. Are there like crowds, or is he alone?
There's a small bit of a crowd, more of a couple lines right at the gate. As you would know, the lines are to hand your book over to one of the attendants for them to take in and to allow you admittance into Candlekeep. As we discussed in the Session 0, Maryn does not have so much of an extra book to give the attendants, correct? He's
got a book to give the attendants.
Okay. Let's see how this plays out. So you approach. There are 3 lines. They're all pretty much the same length. Is there anyone you want to get into? The left, the right, or the middle?
I think he's just getting in whatever you said. They're pretty much the same length, and he's going to pick the middle one, I guess.
Go with the middle.
Yeah.
One. Okay. Cool. So as you are sitting in line, you're, hearing, okay, next one. No, we got this. Oh, I haven't gotten this one. Yep, you come in. Yep, cool. And finally, you get up to the attendant. Book, please.
You're gonna like this one, he says to the.
He already squints at you. He's leery.
He takes Agathor from under his arm and he says, "I've got here an awakened spellbook," and he opens up the book, and this like horrible face appears in the page, and then smiles and takes on the visage of Jeff Bridges from The Big Lebowski, and says, "Hey, wait, you're giving me up?" he says. And Maryn quickly closes the book and says, "Pretty sweet, huh?"
The attendant looks a little bewildered at you for a second and says, "I'm not sure I can take that."
It's a pretty great book. It talks and does spells and totally will not. I can assure you, you don't have one in your library there. So
let me go get my supervisor. He's a little bit more familiar with magic. 1 minute. And he walks over, and you see a tall, thin, spindly woman in those same purple robes with short gray hair walks up to you. Yes, I
Pleased
hear
to meet
you have a book.
Maryn Crab.
Oh, yes, my name is Meredith Longquill.
Nice to meet you, Meredith. Yeah, I've got a book here. Pretty great book.
And
Definitely
she looks at it
me
for a
well.
moment. Oh, this is awoken. We can't take this.
Oh, well, why not? I feel like that's better than not awoken. I mean, I could just give you a not awoken spellbook if you'd prefer that.
Yes, we would prefer that. Our reasons for this are our own. We've been having... never mind. Get us a book, and we will see you shortly. And she turns her back, and the attendant kind of waves you away and says, come back when you have a book.
Maryn's just kind of standing there with Agathor, like, what? There are people behind him in line, I guess, so I guess he just kind of gets out of the way.
They're getting agitated. I mean, did you want to try to force it on them anymore, or are you happy with...
I mean, yeah, I think Maryn's gonna be like, well, just any book. You got any leads for me? Can't you just let me in? Come on, like one book. You got a lot of books. You got a lot of people.
As Maryn is saying this, you hear a come from behind you.
I turn around and I say, hey, I'm talking to somebody here.
I got what you need. Follow me. Keep cool. I got what you need.
What? Who is this person?
So yeah, this is as you are hearing this, you see to turn to look at the person, a medium-sized human with a blonde ponytail and a purpley pink vest, standing there, kind of walking away from the crowd, and kind of motions to you to follow.
Yeah, I think Maryn is a little bit leery, but what else is he gonna do in this situation? I think he's gonna follow cautiously. I mean, is there any indication that this person is dangerous? Do I see weapons on them or something?
Make an insight check. Make an insight check for me.
17 on the dice, and that is a 16.
So Maryn kind of does a little once and over. There are no weapons. Definitely not armed. Definitely suspicious. Like this is, he's whispering in a crowd about I can get what you need. It all seems maybe a little, definitely something awry, but no weapons. Doesn't seem to be dangerous.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little whisper to Agathor, like, hey, just be ready. Things I might be needing you for some spells here in a second. So just keep your head about you. But I'm gonna follow this person. You said it's a human person?
Correct.
Yeah.
So as you kind of round into this back alleyway, you guys are walking down. You're following behind. He turns and kind of looks to make sure you weren't followed, and he pulls out a bag of holding, and he stretches it wide, puts his hand in, and holds up a book. Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions. And he says,
what does it look like?
It's an old book. It literally just looks like an old leathered cover with Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions in it. It's nothing crazy. Pretty unassuming. He says, 1 gold, and I guarantee you they don't have this.
I'm gonna check. I have a gold, but yeah, so I'll produce a gold and say, yeah, it seems like a fair price.
Cool. Okay. So as you hand it off to him, he counts it as, oh, right on. Thank you. Remember, if you need me in the future, I'm here. And he kind of walks away.
Who are? Wait, bud. Hey, what? Come back.
He turns his head a little bit to hear you as he's walking out.
This is, I mean, it's exceptionally weird. Who are you exactly? I mean, I appreciate your generosity, but is there some crazy something I need to know about with this, or are we good? Is that it?
No, we're good. They'll let you in. No problem. and he keeps walking away.
Can I take a look at the book and see if there's any... I mean, I have some knowledge of arcane... I mean, I'm an Order of Scribes wizard, so I know something about arcane writing and stuff like that. Can I just look at the book and inspect the...
So you want to look at the book?
I want to open it. Well, I want to look at the outside, and if I feel like it's not a trap of some kind, I want to open it and see what's on the inside.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to make an Arcana check for me, you can make an Arcana check.
Ooh, that's a nat 1 for a total of 5, but...
Yeah, you don't... I mean, you open it, you kind of thumb through it for a second, doesn't really seem to... You can't... Nothing discernibly different than a regular book.
Sweet. I'm gonna look at Agathor and say, hey man, lucky day for you, you get to stay one more day. And then I turn and go back to the line with my new book.
Right on, yeah. So you are kind of getting yourself back in line, and as you are, thumbing your way up, you do take note the guy is kind of talking to some other people, similar kind of conversation. You see him kind of motion people back to that alleyway, and you finally
Wait, so I see this dude taking other guys to give them books?
Correct, yes. Yeah, and then
shady. Okay.
As you reapproach the gate, oh, it's you. You got a book. That was surely fast.
Oh yeah. I just left it in my wagon. So anyway, here you go. It's Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions. It's a really interesting read. I think you guys will like it.
We haven't seen this in a long time. Madam Longquill. And Madame Longquill walks up, and she takes one look at it and looks at you. And as she does this book springs to life and bites the hand.
Oh, my hand?
Of the attendant. No, of the attendant holding it. Everybody looks wild as this thing lets out a...
Oh.
Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, no. Maryn is gonna pull Agathor open and the face is gonna appear and he's gonna be like, hey bud, I need you to fight another book. That is a 11 for me on initiative.
Okay. So that is going to be Meredith first. She is going to attempt to grapple the book. So that is going to... Yep, she succeeds. She grabs it and holds it shut, and she says, we need to get this to the High Tower. Arrest him!
Arrest me?
That is what she yells out. It is now the attendant's turn. He turns and looks to you, Maryn, and says, are you going to come with us?
Am I under arrest?
Yes.
For what?
And he kind of looks at you for a second and motions towards the book that is being wrestled as he tries to jump and assist in the grapple of this. Oh, yes. He gets on it, and in fact, as he does this, it turns back into a regular book. It rolled a 1 on its contesting there.
Okay.
So they are now on top of it looking at you. Come with us. You're under arrest. You feel a few other guards surrounding you.
I am going to... Can I cast a spell, or am I...
You can. I mean, you can. You guys are out of initiative because the book went back to normal.
I am going to cast Catapult. So I can choose an object weighing 1 to 5 pounds within range, so within 60 feet. Now, Catapult only has a somatic component, which means I don't need to say anything. I don't need to use Agathor. I can just, wave my hand.
Okay.
And what it causes to do is make the object fly in a straight line up to 90 feet in a direction I choose before falling to the ground. So I'm going to cast it on the book and make it fly off in the direction of the alleyway where that guy who gave me the book is going. And I'm going to go, oh, It's flying! Get it!
Okay, so they're currently on top of it. So
Okay.
it is more than 90 or more than 5 pounds, because right now they have...
Oh, it's being
they
carried.
grappled
Yeah,
it,
you're right. Okay, I can't do something that's being worn or carried, so it's not going to work. Okay, well, in that case, then I will just say, hey, man, that isn't my... I mean, I just bought that book from a guy right over there. I lied about the cart thing. Sorry about the cart thing. That was a lie. But there's a guy selling books over in the alleyway over there. Agathor will tell you. And I open up Agathor, and the face comes out, and he goes, yeah, man, I saw it.
Yeah, so Madame Longquill kind of looks at you and sneers. She points over to that alleyway, and a few of the attendants kind of rush over there. And she says, while that's being investigated, we need you to come with us. You're not under arrest. We just need to see what this is all about.
Okay, so I'm gonna get to go in, though?
Under supervision, yes. And they actually, she pulls a crystal from her pocket, and from it projects a portal. And she says, please step in.
Fancy. You gotta teach me that trick. That's pretty cool. Maryn's gonna say, and then he's gonna go toward the portal. I'm gonna follow them. I want to go into Candlekeep, and it's not my book, so fine. I'll go.
So as you step into this room, the portal, kind of sizzling behind you, you are met. It's a very basic room. It looks like it's all made from chrome kind of stuff, like a chromed metal. Very basic.
Does this seem like a pocket dimension or something? Sorry to interrupt, but is it like...
It seems like it could perhaps be an extra dimensional space or something of the like, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. As
you step in, and
Madame
you see
Longquill is the lady who came to check my book before. Is that correct?
Yeah, she's like the supervisor at the gate. As you step in and into this chromed area, you see sitting in a chair at a table a large human man with long black hair, blue clothes, and golden armor on. He kind of looks and he notices the portal open, and he goes, "Wait!" as the portal closes behind you.
He says, "Wait" to me?
Yes, after you have stepped in, as you turn around to see what he was talking about, as the portal closes, you see Madame Longquill close you into.
Wait, she's not
space.
Inside with me?
No.
Does this guy's armor mean anything to me?
Make an investigation check.
11 plus 6 is 17. I got that good intelligence.
Yeah, definitely not doesn't have any specific... He seems like a mercenary. It's not like a crest. You can't see anything that designates him as anything more than probably just a regular person. But it is nice armor. He seems like he's probably pretty well off generally. He's, pretty cool. And he sits there and huff and he goes, "Huh, well, now you've done it. That was my ticket out of here."
Sorry, I don't know what's going on here. Who are you?
My name is Valor. I am a knight, a mercenary. I do good work. I do good things. I was coming into Candlekeep, and, well, after a bit of a mismatch of events, I ended up here, and awaiting further instruction, I suppose, from Madame Longclaw.
Mismatch of events is a little bit, feels like maybe you're leaving something out there, Valor. You got a last name, Valor, or you just Valor?
It's just Valor. Just Valor.
Well, he's just Agathor, and I open up the book, and the face comes out. Pretty cool, right?
It's a nice trick, I suppose. But
Maryn shuts the book, upset that nobody cares about his fancy spellbook.
I like the face it makes.
Do you can I help you get out or something? I don't want to be in here either.
Well, you're probably better inclined than I. I'm no wizard. You have your book and such. My question is, did you know your book was whatever it was?
This book? I hold up Agathor, or you mean...
No, I'm assuming you are in here just like me. You showed up, you didn't have a book, you thought, I can get it anyway. You met the strange man, he gave you a book, now you're here.
That same guy screwed you over too?
He screwed me over, too.
Man, what a bummer. This is not a nice place with nice people. I was really expecting this to be more, buttoned up. But it seems like there's a lot of weird stuff going on around here.
He looks around and says, I think we're too buttoned up, if you ask me.
Fair enough. So what do you want me to do, Valor? How long have you been here?
Time's a bit hard to keep. It's probably been months, days? Yeah, a couple hours.
All right.
A couple hours.
All right.
It's been a couple hours, yes.
Okay. Not so bad. So we're waiting for Longquill, or you think we can bust out of this joint? Because...
Well, I don't think I could, but maybe you could give it a go.
The portal is completely closed, right? Like, is there evidence of where the portal was, or is there a
you know
localized
where
place
about
where
it was, but there's not
Okay.
it didn't come off of a wall. There's no rune on the ground or anything like that.
I mean, is there anything in this room? I don't know where I would begin to try to bust us out, but is there anything where the portal was that's an indicator of... You said there's no, object from which the portal manifested, right?
No, it manifested almost out of thin air. Or, quite literally out of thin air.
I'm gonna look at Valor and say, have you tried anything?
I tried swinging my sword to cut the portal open. Didn't work.
Well, the portal's gone, right?
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, but he knew... Again, I think he would probably be more referring to, the area in which it was. He tried to swing his sword to cut it open again.
Got it. I don't have any idea how we would get out of here, so maybe it's best to just wait.
Oh, come on. Where's your gusto?
Okay, I'm gonna look around. I mean, do I see any... I mean, it's one room, right? What's in... I don't even know really what's in here. Can I look around and see what's in the room?
Do an investigation check for me, because you're gonna look around the entire place, right?
Yeah. It's a 17.
Yeah, so as you're kind of looking around, everything here is very meticulously put, but, you notice that there's not really any rations or anything like that. There's not... It doesn't look like... This probably is a place of holding, not like... It would be very hard for someone to keep anyone here in a long period of time without them dying, essentially. So you can ascertain just from looking around that it is probable that you won't be here for very long.
Okay, so I'm going to say to Valor again, look, man, I'm looking around here. I can't make head or tail of this portal. We should probably just wait.
And he stands up and sneers and says, well, if you're not going to do it, I'm going to do it. For
do
valor!
What, man?
And he takes his sword, and as he's coming down, the portal begins to open. His sword hits onto the ground, and Madam Longquill steps through and closes the portal again, and says, nice trick.
Just so you know, Madam Longquill, swinging swords at you, that was his idea. I had nothing. I just said we should wait patiently. Agathor will tell you. I hold up Agathor and he says, yeah, it's true.
She goes, we know. Now, Mr. Crab, was it?
Yeah, Maryn Crab, at your service.
And Valor? She says as she disregards Maryn's stout hand up for a shake.
Yeah.
Looks over at Valor, and you're just Valor? Just Valor. All
yeah.
right.
I asked the same question. Believe it or not, same question. We're really on the same page, Longquill. You know, I'm a member of an order of wizards that's very skilled with quills, and I, as a bonus action, because I'm an order of scribes wizard, I can produce a tiny magic quill that is like infinite ink. So I'm gonna produce the quill and kind of show it to her. Like, I'm a quill person too. You know, we're both quill people here.
That's very, very small. You should get a bigger quill. Now, let me ask this of both of you. And again, Mr. Maryn, you say we're on the same page, but are we? How did you come across Mazfroth's mighty digressions?
Like I told you, there's a guy. I'm sure Valor told you the same story because he said something similar happened to him. There's a guy right by the gates to Candlekeep, pulling books out of a bag of holding and selling them to people who don't have a book to get in. I think if you go and investigate, you'll find him.
Well, I'll have you know, and Mr. Maryn, the truth is how I know you're not lying. At least, not completely. You didn't bring me Mazfroth's mighty digressions. What you brought me was a Gingwatsim.
Who's who what's now? Is that a word I've ever heard before?
So you might have. It is essentially a shape changer that that
so
some
akin
people
to
can
like
make.
a mimic or something.
Exactly, it's like a mimic, but it's being used. I'll do this in character. She says, "These, we'll call them ging, just because that's easier.
Sure.
These ging are being transformed into the books that we are missing." And being redistributed to us. Now, this may be a bit unorthodox. We are willing to release you two if together you are willing to prove that this is what happened. And furthermore, if you can get the books, we would be even more agreeable.
Look, I don't have a problem with anything that gets me out of here. I can't promise you will be able to get the books for you, though. I don't think this guy actually has them. I mean, what makes you think this guy has the actual books?
In order to make a Gingwatsim, you need to have the article it's changing into.
Oh. You hear that, Valor? That's pretty good evidence. We're gonna have to track this guy down, I think. Look,
Valor stands up and says, "So, if I find this man and I kill him, I will be set free?" And she kind of says, "Well, I'd appreciate it if they were alive. Or at least with some amount of evidence. We don't really deal in death here at Candlekeep."
Yeah. Hey, if I get it, can you teach me how to do that portal thing?
Well, it's a fairly new thing found here at Candlekeep, extra-dimensional spaces and all, but we will see what we can do.
All right, I'm in. You in, Agathor? And he opens it up, and no face appears. Just nothing.
Wonderful. And she snaps her fingers and the portal reopens, and she says, "You both have 48 hours. Please secure what you can and return back here. If you do not return, we will send people looking for you."
Yeah, totally. Just send them away. We might need help, so why don't you just come with us?
I'm watching the gate. And she steps through.
Yeah, totally.
And she steps through the portal
totally.
and goes back to her post at the gate.
Well, she's gone. I turn to Valor. Yep. Okay. So Valor.
He kind of looks over at you and stands up and begins itching his back and walking toward the portal.
Yep. Okay, let's go. He claps the book shut, puts it under his arm, and follows Valor out of the portal.
Does that book do anything useful?
Oh, yeah. It casts got a lot of spells. I mean, not a lot, but casts some spells. Pretty good. It's a little bit... to be honest, I was gonna trade it in, because I can make another one if I lose this one, but I can't make another one until I lose this one. So I was trying to trade it in, because it's a little bit, and I whispered to him, it's kind of lazy, is the thing, and I'm trying to, like, get my life on track.
I can destroy it if you want. And he pulls out his sword.
I think I'm gonna need it for hunting the guy down, but maybe afterward we can figure it out. And you hear Agathor kind of a muffled, huh? From inside the, like, because the book there's like a lock on it, so it's like bound shut.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting choice for an awoken spellbook, so it's muzzled, essentially?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just trying to get an idea of Maryn and the book. Okay, so you guys, as you step out of this portal, you are back outside of Candlekeep now at that gate where those lines were. You do not see the gentleman around.
Yeah, I'm going straight for that alleyway where he led me, because I saw him going in and out of there with other people as well, right?
Yeah. So
I am going to shout as I'm walking, though, anybody who got a book from a shady guy in that alleyway over there, do not attempt to hand it over. It is a shape-changing monster. Good day. I continue on to the alleyway.
As you do this, you see one guy look down at the book and go, "What the?" And he throws it on the ground, and starts walking away from the line.
Sorry.
As you get in or back into the alleyway, it's empty. There's not much of anything. On a slightly closer inspection, you do see what looks to be a little bit of, like, dust on the ground.
Dust?
Yeah,
like,
it's like a little residue.
Just natural dust? Or,
like
almost
like a fairy dust, like a magical kind of a dust on the ground.
Do I have any concept as to what kind of thing would leave residue like this?
Make an arcane check for me. Arcana check.
That is a 23.
Yeah, so this is definitely portal dust. Certain portals will leave this residue. More so ones that are connected to other areas over long distance. Not so much something like the one you just walked through that's just a leading into an extra dimensional space. And with a 27, you would know that it's possible to reignite this portal. You would just have to superheat this dust.
Superheat the dust. I'm gonna lean over to Valor and say, "Hey, you might want to back up a little bit. I'm gonna do some magic here." And I take a couple of steps back. I open up Agathor and point Agathor at the dust on the ground and say, how about a little firebolt, buddy? And I'm going to cast firebolt on the dust on the ground. It's
right
a cantrip, so I don't have to use a spell slot. Agathor is going to, the face kind of appears and yawns really wide, and a firebolt shoots out of the mouth.
Right on.
With a little belch.
And as it kind of connects with that portal dust, it goes and it's lighting. You can see there it's a semi-decent sized pile, but it very quickly is starting to kind of shrink up into the fire.
Oh, hey, Valor, we gotta go.
Oh, and he starts running towards it. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws to see if you can run through this portal in time.
That's a 4.
Yeah, so 4 total. As you're running through and you're getting through, and it begins to close, and it's actually going to pinch off just a tiny little piece of your finger and deal 3 points of damage.
Dang, I lose the edge of my pinky. Oh, man. Got my pinky, dude, I say to Valor. Did Valor get anything chopped off?
No, Valor tumbled through that thing so fast. In fact, I think probably based on him, he probably ran past you and kind of butted against you, which is probably why you were late. Valor then looks at it and says, "Do you want me to take the other one, make it even?" And he grabs your other hand.
No, hey, whoa, no.
Okay,
Back the heck up, dude.
Just checking. He
So
looks
where are
around.
we?
He starts looking around. I know where we are. Why, this is Baldur's Gate, the Wide. There's bookshops all around here. Many people come in from Candlekeep to, investigate, or to... People come here first before they go to Candlekeep in order to get the books. I'm sorry, I've had a long day. I was expecting to be regaling myself.
Yeah, me too. I thought I was going to learn arcane secrets and portal magics, and here I am hunting down a shady guy that I trusted and shouldn't have, which honestly is kind of story of my life, if I'm being honest. Anyway, what are we doing?
We're looking for this man. I suppose we should look around. I mean, do you remember anything discernible about them?
Do I remember anything discernible? He had a ponytail, right?
Make
he had
a history check.
Ponytail.
Make a history check. And I may even give you...
It's a 9 on the dice plus 6 is 15.
You remember that he had a blonde ponytail and a pinkish purple vest.
I got that
you remember
good
that there was
intelligence.
something written on the back of the vest, like a name of something, but you can't remember what.
Yeah, we're looking for a pinkish, purplish kind of vest situation with some writing on it. I don't remember what it says, but he's also got a ponytail. So,
Okay.
be on the lookout. I think we should split up and try to find him. Is it a big place that we're in? I mean, it's like a
It's
store
big.
that
It's
we're
the
in,
Wide.
or-
So it's Baldur's Gate the Wide. It's a really big, open market. Think about that. Like a huge market.
I'm actually going to
sprawling
say to
market.
Valor, let's not split up, just in case.
And he goes, right on, I'll just keep my eyes peeled. I'll follow you. You're the brain. You're the brain. I'm the brawn. And he kind of walks behind you as looking his head around. Go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage. Excuse me. To try and
I
figure
rolled
out.
a 13 and a 12, so I guess that advantage. Investigation plus 6, 19.
So as you're walking around, you walk around for 30 minutes or so you just don't even know what you're looking for. You're kind of feeling overwhelmed. You're in a new place. This is very non-Maryn crab. It's, you're out of your element. But
Yeah.
as you kind of are winding a corner when you think all hope is lost, you catch the eye of a book stand and a sign that reads Amber Dune Books. And for a second, you notice the coloring is the same kind of coloring as that vest. And as you walk up closer, you see that the woman standing at the counter, this big, brutish woman with a, kind of Dutch braided ponytail, sits over, kind of organizing books into piles. But she too is wearing a pink and that same pinky purple vest, with Amber Dune Books written on it.
I'm walking right up and just extending my hand. Hey, how you doing? Maryn Crab, nice to meet you.
And she reaches her hand out, and she says, Corvala, nice to meet you. I'm the manager here at Amber Dune Books.
Oh, great. I'm actually looking for an associate of yours. Sold me a book earlier in the day. It was just a really great read. I wanted to thank him for it.
Oh, yes. Do you know their name?
Actually, we weren't introduced. But I do remember he had a blonde ponytail about yay high. Nice guy. Had a bag of holding.
You said you spoke with him today?
Earlier in the day, yeah. Nearby to...
He was not working today.
Oh, interesting. Well, he was working, I guess, on his own projects then. He was wearing a uniform, so I assumed he was, on the clock.
I'm sorry, I have no knowledge of this.
Does she seem to be telling the truth? Like...
Make an insight check.
I mean, it sounds like, based on how you're doing it, that she is, but I just, out of an abundance of suspicion, I rolled 15 on the insight check.
She's being a little, like, she almost doesn't even, she doesn't seem surprised enough about that. She just seems, like she might be denying it. Not so much, like, it's not like a huge, like, no huge red flags are coming up, but definitely, like, seems like she might be covering something up.
Well, hey, do you know when he'll be in again, where I could find him? I just really, it's kind of important that I catch up with him.
It's against store policy to give out our employees' residence.
Okay, well, maybe you can help me out then. I was looking to purchase a book. I'm looking to make a trip up to Candlekeep. So I was hoping to get a recommendation from your friend, but maybe you could help me out. You're the manager. You got any books that you think they won't have up at Candlekeep that maybe I could use to get in?
She kind of sneers, turns around, looks over at a bookshelf, thumbs through a couple, grabs a older looking book, and puts it on the table. It's entitled The Tales of Lycanthropy. And she says, "This would be one?"
You mind if I pick it up, take a look?
By all means.
Okay. I'm picking this book up and I'm looking for any sign that it is... I mean, I don't know if I really learned anything about how to identify one of these, the shapeshifters.
Yeah, the shapeshifter.
Gings, yeah. I don't know if I picked up any information about how to identify it, but...
I will say that I'll give you advantage on the roll because you have done this once before already in a short period of time.
So is this going to be Arcana or what?
This would be Arcana, yeah.
Okay. That's a 9 and 17 with advantage plus, I believe, 4? Plus 4 is 21.
This does not appear to be any... This is not magical. This is a non-magical book. This is a regular book.
I slide it back to her. I say, "Thank you so much. Could you just keep that here at the counter for me? I'm going to take a look around, and then I might come back."
No holding, but if it's here when you're back, it'll be here.
Sounds good to me. Hey, you got any interest in buying a book? And I put, well, no, I don't do that. I'm not doing that. I say thank you, and I go back to Valor, because I don't want to deal with this person anymore, and I need to reconnoiter with my friend. So... I go. I mean, has Valor been looking on or just?
He's been watching. He's been hanging back. As you kind of reconnect with him, he looks at you and says, "How did that go? That woman looks like quite the fight."
She seems to know something, but when I asked her for a book from Candlekeep, she didn't give me one of those shapeshifters. So I don't know if she's not in. Maybe she's not in on it. You know what I mean?
It's a possibility. What's the call? Should
we
stay here and wait
Valor,
and follow
I know
her,
I don't look
or
like
should
it.
we go investigate more? Should we try and break in the tent? I'm eager to do something. What should we do?
Break in the tent? What tent?
The stall. She has a stall. It's a stall, a tented stall area. It's, you theoretically could try to break in, though, again, you are in public, in a a pretty crowded market. Breaking into a place could have serious repercussions.
Okay, and the other thing that he suggested was potentially just waiting and watching her?
Yes, just staking out was something he suggested. I mean, there's a number of things you guys can do. You can, if you want to go talk to a guard or something, like whatever you want to try to do, you can try to do something.
I'm not sure. I mean, so if the portal went here, then it stands to reason that he's around somewhere. So what I would like to do, now I'm going to cast Catapult again. I'm going to wave my hand at the, what was it called? Amber something? Or what, the book? Amber something books?
Oh, sorry, the stall? You're going to try to move the stall of
Yeah.
Amber Dune books?
I'm not moving the stall, but I'm going to target the book that I just put back on the counter of the stall and cast catapult so it flies 90 feet away, like off to the side, so that if the woman... I'm trying to aim it such that if the woman had to go recover it, there may be a window for me to look into the stall and see if I can see anything. Like, get a closer look while she's distracted. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. So yeah. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check to see if you can, finesse this throw to go where you want it to.
All right, come on, doggies. I'm not extremely dexterous, but let's see. It's a 19.
Yeah, so as you throw it and this book pads onto the street across from the stall, she looks over, huffs, jumps over, kind of looking around to reach down and get it. As she does this, you notice a familiar figure run into the viewing window of the stall. A man with blonde hair pulled back in a ponytail. He yells out to her, "Is everything okay?" And she says, "Yes, this book just flew off the handle."
I'm immediately walking up to the stall, pointing at this guy and saying, "Hey, you!" And you also.
They both see you. She, in an instant, he gasps, jumps, and starts to run, and she blocks you with her body. She is a big, imposing woman. She's looking right at you. "Can I help you with something?"
Yeah, I told you what you can help me with. The guy's running away. I'm not doing this. I mean, I'm trying to get past her. I'm not.
Okay, go ahead and make a opposing strength check, as she's going to try to block you.
Can I do acrobatics? I'm trying to get around.
Sure. If you want to do acrobatics, you can do acrobatics.
12.
Yeah, she rolled low. So you actually, something about the way that you move, it's not super graceful, but it puts her off of her weight. And she kind of tramples over, and Valor actually comes and checks her. Yeah, totally does. Checks her, and runs after you. You guys are now in pursuit of...
Yeah, I'm actually gonna yell out, "Stop that criminal!" and point at the guy running away.
Okay. So you guys are running. You yell, "Stop this criminal!" And I'm so sorry, my dude. One guard turns and goes, "Oh, hey!" and starts running after him. You guys are approaching what looks to be a bridge. This bridge seems like it goes out of the town, kind of down a hill. It's like a very long, sort of like angled bridge.
Okay.
And it goes down from this area down into a wooded valley, and he begins to beeline down that area.
Yeah, I'm chasing him. I mean, I actually, wait a second. How far ahead of me is he?
He's probably about 100
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a ways ahead of me.
Yeah, you guys can barely see him, but it's that pink and purple vest that you guys are able to kind of see. And as you guys are running, I need you to make an acrobatics check, because you're getting into a more kind of densely populated area, and he's starting to weave through people. You need to be able to weave through those people too.
16?
Yeah, you and Valor both very ducking and bobbing and weaving past people. And as you guys get to the mouth of that bridged area, not a lot of people are going down there. It is, in fact, as you look down, you just see him. He's about 150 feet away still. You guys have been able to keep pace. But it looks like he is running into this wooded plateaued area. Like, it's not a lot of visibility. You guys, again, are coming down, so you can just see the tops of trees and him running into this area.
Does he appear to have the bag of holding on him?
Make an investigation check at disadvantage from the distance and the situation.
Rolled an 18 and a 15, so I still get a 21.
Yeah, you don't see it on him.
I'm going to shout to Valor, I don't think he's got the bag. Go back to the stall. It might be there. We need to... Well, I don't want to split us up, but I don't want that woman to get away with... I don't want the boss to get away with the bag or something.
Make a... Well, I won't even make you roll for this. Based on what you know, what Maryn knows, the bag itself... It's hard to tell, right? A bag of holding could have a lot of different things. But the bag itself seemed to be, when he kind of opened it and you saw in, it was just the gings. It wasn't like the actual books.
But don't we need to bring evidence for...
You do. That's a fair point. So, if bringing those would be your evidence, that's absolutely a question. I think right now it's actually interesting. You're looking at the problem and you have to say, what's more important? Do we... I mean, and to be fair, you don't know, where those books even are. If he's
we've got
running
to
to them or
apprehend
if he's
this.
going to the...
I'm concerned about going into a trap without Valor, so I'm gonna just let it happen and go with him. And I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna keep running after him into the wooded area, trying to chase him down. If I can stop him and bring him in, at least that's something.
Sure. And I'm sorry, so you did not give Valor another command?
No, I don't want to tell Valor to go away. I want Valor to stick.
So then you guys just right down this archway. He disappears for a little bit, and I need you to make a athletics check to see if you can sprint it during this time that he is out of sight, to see if you can get eyesight on him.
That is an 18.
Yeah, so you guys, you do.
I'm
Valor
rolling
trips.
hot.
Valor trips, and he goes, go on. But as you get to the mouth, you see just him, a lone, decrepit house, and that he runs into.
Okay. I'm giving chase, but I think once I see him go into the house, now I feel confident about where he's going. I think I'm going to try to proceed with a little bit more caution.
Okay.
Do I see alternate entrances to the house other than the way that he went in as I'm approaching?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Rolled a 19 minus 1 is 18.
So you can definitely see some holes and stuff in like the second floor, like actual parts of the whole building that are missing on the second floor. So you would assume that this thing is probably the only usable floor, discernibly, is the first floor. And in terms of other entrances, no, there's one big door. As you kind of walk around the house, there's not really any windows. There is a back door, but it's locked. And then as you kind of round the other side, there is what looks like an outhouse.
Okay. I am going to throw Agathor onto the ground open and say, all right, buddy, I need you to do the shape-shifting thing. And I jump up, Agathor's head appears, and his mouth opens, and I shrink like Blue Skidoo into Agathor. I cast a Disguise Self and reappear, coming out of the Agathor zone as the manager. I try to do this in a place where I'm not in obvious view of the front door.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
I don't know if I need to roll to make sure I'm hidden or anything, but I'm trying to be
what I
hidden
want
while
you to
do
do,
it.
what I want you to do is roll a history. This is going to be weird, but creative and fun. A history or a stealth check to see if you can remember what she looks like well enough, and or if you are...
I'm for sure going to roll history, because I have a +6 rather than a +1 to stealth. So let's see. 13. I've rolled one nat 1, but all my other rolls have been pretty decent. So 19. I also have good modifiers on each check.
You look very much like the manager.
Yeah, I kind of assume a different body posture now that I'm this, strong, muscular person, and I approach the front door.
Okay. So as you approach the front door, are you knocking? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm banging on the door, and I'm trying my best to use her voice, but I don't remember what she sounds like. I Ben, do not remember what she sounds like, but I hope Maryn does. I try to say, let me in. They're after us. They're onto us.
Roll a performance or a deception check.
It's a 6 plus 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. Basic math.
He yells, "Who's there?"
It's me, your manager. I don't remember her name. No, wait, it's Cordelia or something. It's Cordella. It's It's
You yell
it's
out.
C.
You yell out. It's Cordella. And you just hear. They are now. Many locks have just gone on that door.
Oh, well. Well, buddy, I say to Agathor.
Valor goes, "Ah! Who's there? Ah!" And he jumps on you.
Oh no! I
dispel.
In
in the tussle, you hear, and you hear, the door opens, and the blonde-haired, ponytailed man says, "Oh no!" and jumps in, breaking up the two of you, trying to break up the two of you. I need you to make either an acrobatics to disengage or a strength check if you're going to try to, I guess, contest these other two guys.
Yeah, I'm going to try to escape. So I get plus... Oh, it's a nat 1 again. It couldn't keep going. It's a nat 1.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Valor rolled a 2, and this individual rolled 18. So he quickly subdues Valor onto the ground, and looks over at you. You're also kind of out of breath and on the ground, and goes, "I'm sorry, I heard you wrong. I thought you said Cordala or something."
It's okay. You were hearing me through the door. Is this one of your marks? He came after me at the stall earlier. Did you?
I sold him and this other fumpy-looking guy one of our gangs earlier. They must have somehow retraced the portal and gotten it back to our hideout here, but
Did
we'll
you
be
put
fine.
the gangs back in the stall, or are they inside?
He kind of looks at
The
you.
hideout.
Leering.
Are they in the hideout, or did you put them where they go?
I put them where they go.
Good. I'm just checking. I am your boss, I say. Looking.
Roll a deception check. With advantage, because he believes it right now.
Well, good thing I have advantage, because that was another nat 1. 18 plus... It's a deception check?
Yeah.
19.
So he goes, "They're where they're supposed to be. They're where they're supposed to be. Jeez." And begins to walk in with you and, "Let's go," shackling Valor's arms with a pair of shackles that he has. And Valor kind of looks over at you and goes, "Huh, I don't know how you got down here so fast, but when Maryn gets back, you are in so much trouble. I am under consignment of Candlekeep. You cannot keep me here." As he says, as he's
hanging
being pushed
out on the.
into a back
I guess
room.
I didn't bring Agathor up to the door, right? I guess I would have had to put Agathor on the ground. I'm gonna point at Agathor. And
I imagined Agathor was acting as your camouflage, so to speak. Like, he ate
okay,
you
cool.
and
So
then
he has
became part of
become
your...
one with my.
Yeah, that's how I
being.
imagined
okay,
it.
that's great. That works for me. That's perfectly good.
Cool.
Okay, great.
Not to tell you what your character is or isn't, but that's
so
just how
Agathor's head is actually going to appear on the back of my head and look at Valor and give him a wink.
And Valor kind of sees this, and he gasps and goes, "Unhand me!" As they push him into some back rooms. You are met. This first room that you walk into, it is kind of like a Coliseum seating, right? So there's as you get in, it kind of goes. Drops a little bit, and there's a little pitted area. In that pitted area, you see a rug, a fine kind of circular rug, 5 chairs, and then make a perception check for me.
18.
You see up at the top, like high above, sitting on this little pedestal, like overlooking the other 5, there's another chair. but that chair looks dusty and old, like it hasn't been used in a while.
Dusty, like real dust. I mean, from this distance, can I tell if it looks like the portal
cobwebby?
dust or no?
It hasn't been used in a long time.
Okay, cool. I note it. I take a look.
And he says, all right, well, it's been a rough day. I'll get the pack together. We can all sit down and talk about everything.
Sounds like a plan. I definitely want to discuss things with them.
So as he says, all right, I'll be back. I'm gonna go round everyone up, and he kind of like walks back. In this room. You see that there is a door to your right, at like the back right corner, and then there's one on the wall right in front of you in the middle that looks like it goes to a hallway.
Okay. So it seems as though this, because I thought it was like a small building. Does it seem like it's bigger than it looked like from the outside, or no?
No, it seems to be about the same size. It just seems, it's not like it's not very small. It's more that it is destroyed to the point where the second floor isn't usable, so the first floor is the only usable part of it.
Roughly how long has it been since I transformed? Because it only lasts for an hour.
We'll say that it's been about 20 minutes since you started the transformation.
Okay.
I'll be nice and say 15 even, just so.
Sure. Thank you.
So you guys, you are now in this room again. You see the chairs, the rug. They took Valor down what it looks like to the hallway and to the left. You are free to move about the cabin as of right now. The person whose name you have not gotten is the blonde-haired man is still, you can hear him, moving about in some of the back rooms that you have yet to investigate.
Yeah, so I have a passive investigation of 21 because I have the observant feat.
Okay.
Do I see anything in this room just as I'm kind of clocking the place that seems related to the shapeshifters or to the books we're looking for?
That rug's moved a couple times, you've noted. It started off kind of just like you thought it was like the wind blew it or something like that, but you got kind of the impression that as you were standing there, it was kind of fidgeting and sniffing.
Okay. I'm going to carefully walk past the rug and head into the back rooms to see what's going on back there.
Cool. Make a stealth check with advantage.
Good thing I had advantage because I rolled a 2, but I also rolled an 11, so that's a 13.
Yeah. So
a 12.
As you're walking past, you feel a faint burst of air around your ankle as this rug is right on you. You hear it start to kind of chatter and growl, but as you kind of walk far enough away, it subsides back and kind of retreats back to its resting position. You are now in that hallway. You saw them carry him off to the left. If you look over to the right, you see just one door, if you look off to the right, you see one door. If you look off to the left, you see 3 doorways.
Okay. And do I see the blonde-haired guy in the hallway, or no? He's moved on.
You hear him down in one of those rooms. Hey, we're having a meeting. If you can get up, we're having a meeting.
What kind of evidence was I asked to get? Evidence of what exactly? I'm supposed to recover the books?
Based on your understanding, yeah. They asked you if you can find the books. They want the books, but also just to exonerate yourself. So find evidence that they had the books. So like I think their idea was like if you get the books, it's twofold of a good problem because you've proven that their people had stolen these books and were selling them illegally, whatever. Or if you can get one of them to come back with you and admit the crime,
confess. Or something.
Like there's options. It just depends on how much. You're just supposed to get evidence that it happened, and if you can, also retrieve the books.
I think I'm going to head to the one door down the other way, away from where Blondie is. Just kind of quickly, casually open it up, go into that room, and close the door behind me.
Right on. So yeah, as you actually walk into this room, you see just a desk, a sturdy desk. What's your passive investigation?
21.
Yeah, you see that it looks almost mechanical in nature at some parts, like there's some, mechanisms in it or something. With a little placard on it that says Kovala Moonbeam. Korvala Moonbeam.
Okay, cool. Korvala Moonbeam.
Which you will remember is the name.
Is the name of the person that I'm disguised as. I'm gonna walk over to the desk. You said I saw some kind of mechanism, so I'd like to search the desk for some kind of lever or secret. I get the sense that maybe there's some kind of secret compartment or something that is, activates these mechanisms and.
Go ahead. Yeah, make an investigation check.
16 plus 6 is 22.
Yeah, it takes a little while, but after kind of feeling around, there's a row of books on the desk, and you found that one of them, as you pulled it, is actually a lever, and this begins to.
I rub my hands together, feeling very. I'm keeping an eye on the. Well, no, I'm not, because it's my desk. I'm disguised as this person. If anybody gives me trouble, I'll yell at them.
So as you look down. As it moves over, there is a trap door. I assume you're opening said trap door.
Do I know if Valor is in immediate danger?
It did not appear. It seemed like they were holding him, but there's a meeting that's going to be going on fairly soon, from what you could tell from these other people. But it didn't seem like they weren't like, let's go gut him in the back or anything like that. I think he's being held, but I don't think there's immediate threat of life.
Ooh, I hope Korvala doesn't show up here, though. Well, it's fine if she. Well, I'm going down into the trapdoor.
Okay, so as you open it and you look down, yeah, you can see just a faint light. There are what looks like there's a treasure chest and then a bag.
I'm opening them all. I mean, I'm looking at what's
so you try to open that treasure chest. You can't get it open, but upon further inspection, you do hear a thud, the thud, the thud, the thud.
Oh no!
Sitting in it.
Wait a second. Okay.
But that bag, you open it and pull out, reach your hand in. You feel leather, parchment. You pull out Mazfroth's mighty digressions. You have found the secret trove of books.
Great. Beautiful.
As you are looking at this, you hear, I told you I put it back! As you look up and the blonde-haired, ponytailed gentleman is looking down at you from the top of the hatch.
Is there anybody with him?
You don't see anybody, but you're also in a bunker looking up, so.
I say to him, I was just checking. This is my private sanctum. I have the right to look at my things.
Yes, yes, you do. Yes, you do, man.
I'm going to take the sack and put it over my shoulder, carry it the way that I think Korvala would carry it, and say, I'm going to hold on to these. I have a need to move them because people are after us, of course, so I'm going to have to hide these somewhere.
And he kind of leers at you. Make a deception check with advantage again. Because he still believes it, but.
I rolled a 6 and a 4. So that's going to be a 7 total.
But I thought you said this was the safest place for them, period.
Yes, but you have brought some interloper into our hidden sanctum.
You're so lucky. Oh my god, you're so lucky. He rolled a 3.
What did you do?
He rolled a 3 for the intelligence save.
Sweet.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm saying to him, you brought somebody in here, so I'm concerned that it's no longer safe, and I'm going to have to move it. Because you were messing around today, and now you've got 2 people looking for you.
He goes, okay, I'm sorry. I was just, it was a good day. I was selling like crazy. It was good. Mazfroths went again, and, we got the Dark Hunger from Hunky Boy in the back. What do we want to do with him, by the way?
Leave him to me. I need you to stand guard. Actually, I don't know if...
What about the meeting?
I remember about the meeting. Remind me what the agenda of the meeting was, because we have some pretty pressing concerns here.
The pressing concerns are what the meeting is about.
You know what? No meeting. I'm the boss, right? Give the man to me, and everyone else needs to be prepared for his friend to show up.
Make a deception check. No advantage.
A 10?
Total?
Yes?
As you say this, your nose
No!
turns into Maryn's nose.
Oh,
and
no!
he looks at you very suspiciously.
I also must start shrinking, because Maryn is only like 5 feet tall.
Oh, wow, yeah, so you start shrinking. You're standing there with the bag
I say,
over your shoulders.
Agathor! Yeah, I guess Agathor must fall to the ground or something.
With that, he grabs you. Go ahead and make a either acrobatics check to try to dodge or a contested strength check.
15.
Yeah, he rolled a nat 20. So no, as he's doing this, you feel claws beginning to rip into you. His hair begins to go, his mouth elongating.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
And
no!
As he lets out this howl, you hear from the other rooms.
I yell, Valor! It's werewolves! Valor! It's werewolves.
He yells,
No!
he can't help you now.
Yeah, I know. Do I need to roll initiative?
You need to roll initiative.
I've used my spell slot. I only have... Oh, no, man. Okay. That's a 19 on initiative. Please tell me I have something I can do here.
Yeah, so you will act first. What are you going to do? You are currently... I'll set the scene as this. Your pathway out of this room is being blocked by a medium-sized blonde werewolf. Still in that pink and purple vest. That is all you see.
Okay. I am going to, on my turn, with my action, cast Catapult now. I'm going to catapult Agathor, that fell onto the ground, at this werewolf. So he has to make a dexterity save, DC 14, or take 3d8 damage.
Oh, wowzers. Yeah, no, he fails. That's 10.
So he takes 12 damage.
Okay.
As Agathor slams into him and says, "Dude, chill," as he collides with the werewolf's head.
He as this connects with him, he makes a sound and takes a swing at you, Maryn. Yeah, that's a 24 to hit.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Will do. It's 4 damage.
Okay. I can handle 4 damage. I only have 14 health total, but I can handle 4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then after that happens, you hear and Valor jumps through an entire wall.
What?
Standing now in the...
Which wall? Wait, he came from... What?
So that left, if you go left, there's 2 rooms here, 1 room here. He got taken into this one. He busted through the wall of the
Am I not in a basement?
You walked up the trapdoor back into the office.
And then ran into him. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. I say, hey, bud, we gotta go.
He's looking at you, and his eyes are a little, like, big and bright. And he says, you notice he has 2 large puncture marks.
No. Valor! You dummy. I say, you got bit by a werewolf?
He looks at you and he says, his black, thick hair turning himself into a werewolf.
Man,
he's looking at you and turns, grabbing the other werewolf that had come through. And they are now wrestling in a corner. And wow, Valor shoves this one up against a wall and lets out a triumphant roar.
Great. I do say to Valor, by the way, I thought he was being completely figurative when he said the pack. I promise, I had no idea this was gonna happen. Okay.
You'll also remember the book that you were given at the stall.
Oh, right, the lycanthropy thing. Yeah, I missed some points there.
Anyway,
okay.
Go ahead.
So what is it my turn?
It's your
what
turn.
Do I have
it is now
here?
your turn. You have the one werewolf that you just catapulted Agathor at.
Agathor.
And then you have now werewolf Valor holding the other werewolf against the wall at the end of the hallway.
Okay. Agathor slams into this werewolf. All this stuff happens with Valor, and then Agathor kind of like floats up into the air and opens up and does the fire belch again. So I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
I'm
sorry, which one are you trying to hit?
The one that I hit before, the one that I catapulted at.
Yep.
It's a 25 to hit.
Oh, definitely hits.
D10 of fire damage. And I rolled a 10. 10 fire damage.
Okay, yeah, so this catches, hits him, direct hit. He lets out a pained screech, and is sitting there. He fails his constitution save and is now frightened and begins to run away from you, down the hall.
He's afraid of the fire, right? Is that what I get, or is it because he's hurt? Can I tell?
Probably a little. It's hard to tell. Probably a little of both. You scared him, and he is running away now.
Okay, cool.
So running towards, he is just rounding that corner into the main room.
I've still got the books, right?
You still got the books, yeah. It is now Valor's turn, who is going to. He's going to take a big bite just out of the shoulder of the one that he had grappled onto the other side of the wall. That is going to hit and do 5 damage. And that werewolf is going to contest him and succeeds. Throws Valor off, and I'll even say it can do a action surge it, and hits him for only 1 damage, so just a little scaling hit with the claw. So now it is your turn. Again, Maryn.
Are there other werewolves coming from the hallway? Can I see? Is there anybody
else? These are
else?
the only 2 that you see.
But there are 5 total, as I understand it, right? That's what there are 5 chairs, and there was 1 empty chair. So I'm a little bit concerned. I'm going to. I think I'm gonna just run past. I have a movement speed of 30 feet. Well, hold on. I probably can't just get past this. Can I get past them without getting an opportunity attack taken against me, or no?
You get past who? You wouldn't pass. Nobody would get an opportunity attack to you if you were just running into the other room, following the person that's frightened of you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily trying to follow him as much as. Actually, yeah, I am. I'm gonna follow that guy, and then I'm gonna cast Lightning Lure, which is a cantrip. I can pull him 10 feet toward me. So I want to get within 10 feet of him and pull him to me. And when I do, he takes a D8 of lightning damage.
Okay.
So I'm going to go past the fray with the two other werewolves, and I'm going to lightning lure. So Agathor opens up, and his tongue lashes out this, like, lightning energy sort of tendril just whoop around the leg of the werewolf and pulls him back toward me. It's a D8. And I rolled an 8! I'm rolling so high.
Yeah, so that, finish him. Is this going to be...
I don't want to do lethal damage
okay.
if I can help it. And in fact, as an Order of Scribes wizard, I can basically, with my spellbook, once per long rest, I can replace the damage type of one spell with the damage type afforded by a different spell. So I want to do bludgeoning damage just because I don't want to electrocute and kill him. So I'm just doing the bludgeoning damage from pulling him.
Cool. And so as it's pulling him back and he's taking this bludgeoning damage, he slowly starts to untransform from a werewolf back into his human form. He is incapacitated, laying on the ground.
Great. Thumbs up. I give a thumbs up to werewolf valor. Valor.
He kind of looks a little confused for a moment, shaking his head. But ultimately staying in his own valor headspace. Valor's been rolling good. He takes a nice big chunk, and takes one claw and just swipes it across the other werewolf. This one is looking scared and a little, like, defeated. Backed into a corner, holding their wounds, licking at them, looking at you guys. Valor standing over them. You get the distinct impression that this other werewolf, it doesn't have any fight left in them.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout to Valor, let's get out of here. I got the books. I hold up the bag. Well, actually, I'm not going to say I've got the book. I'm going to say I've got what we came for.
Yeah. And as you do that, Valor kind of looks at them and looks back at you.
Valor.
Make a
bad
persuasion check. Make a persuasion check. Just a regular old persuasion.
It's a 13 unless I'm proficient. I'm not. 13.
Yeah, so you say this and Valor looks... and Valor raises its big claw up and misses.
Valor, bad boy.
Is
it my turn
no,
now?
it's not your turn. I'm so sorry. Oh, it is your turn. She failed her Constitution saving throw, still with a nat 1, backed into the corner, hyperventilating.
Okay, I'm leaving. I'm saying, Valor, we're getting out of here. And I'm just taking the dash action, disengaging, trying to leave the fray, get out of the house.
Are you just beelining to the door?
Yeah, I'm just beelining to the door. I've got the books.
No cautions, just beelining to the door?
Well, I don't know what you mean by no cautions.
Yeah, no, you're beelining to the door.
I'm looking with my eyes.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, the rug! Oh, nat 20.
Wow. So as Maryn is running and running, he jumps. This rug jumps up to get him. Just barely misses as Agathor
I lose
opens
the edge
up.
of my pinky toe.
Yeah, right. You're just losing all kinds of small appendages today. Jumps through. You roll. You get to the door. You open it up, and as you're hitting...
Oh, no.
Standing there is a hulk of a woman. She steps in through the door and says, "Let's talk."
Well, I'm out of spell slots. So yeah, sure, let's talk. Yeah, totally. Let's talk. What do you want to talk about? I kind of shift back and forth while I'm holding the books. I kind of try to hide the books behind my back.
As she walks in, she pets the rug that's on the ground, and it kind of recedes and goes back under like a regular rug. She looks over at the incapacitated werewolf, still a werewolf, but in human form, laying on the ground. She hears kind of vicious sounds coming from the hallway as she walks through and sees the scene of Valor standing over the other one. She's
just walking into the building,
yeah,
leaving me in the doorway?
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Okay. So you're just gonna try to run out?
Yes.
Go ahead and make an athletics check to see if you can clear it, and a stealth check. Make a stealth check first, and then an athletics check.
A stealth check is a 7?
Yeah. So as you're trying to leave, you feel this rug grab your leg, and she turns and sees, and she goes, and she runs and she locks the door, and actually
really touchy rug. I was just gonna shut the door for you, and the rug went crazy. I don't know.
She lets out a blood-curdling howl.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
You see Valor and the beat-up one kind of creeping around the corner in very submissive postures. She sneers at them, spits on the ground, and points to the chairs. They turn back into their human forms, and Valor goes, "Oh, I think I should sit down." And he jumps into a chair. You can tell he looks a little off mentally. He's been through a lot in a short period of time.
Valor, buddy.
Who are you? Oh, wait, it's you. Why didn't you come and
Maryn
save
Crab,
me?
Yeah.
Why didn't you come save me?
Well, I start to have war flashbacks.
You guys are all sitting
Maryn
around.
starts feeling very unhappy with how this is all going for him.
You guys are all sitting around. Luckily, there was 3 of them and 2 of you sitting in the 5 chairs that make up this small circle. Corvala is kind of slooped over. She looks over at you and rips the books from you and sets them next to her. I'm the alpha.
You could have just asked nicely. You didn't have to. Yeah, no, I got that. You didn't ask nicely. I mean, yeah, well, I didn't. Yeah, I also. Yeah, but you lied to me before, so I don't feel like I owe you that. We're not really. Well, I guess I'm the one. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, what did you want to talk about?
You feel this rug just like looking at you and growling.
Anyway, what did you want to talk about?
Before I let you take these, you have to know why.
Okay.
She claps her hands, and these 2 older-looking people kind of walk out of that other room on the side. Oh, yes, Corvala, how can we help you? I need them to see it. You mean? Yes. They go, ah. You've noticed they both are wearing half of a key on a necklace. They bring up the chest.
Necklace doesn't seem super functional.
They bring up the chest that you had seen in that under the desk. You hear that. They put the 2 halves of the keys together, open it. As you look at this still beating heart, it gives you a very weird feeling.
Unlike a still beating heart that wouldn't give you a weird feeling.
but like a magical feeling. Like there's obviously you get what I'm saying.
Right. I get what you're saying. Something's off beyond just the fact that it's a heart.
And you see that the members of the pack, even the blonde-haired one that had been incapacitated, begins to stir and awaken as they look at this heart. All of their eyes then go up to that chair that has all of the cobwebs. Resurrection
I just
spells
nod.
aren't cheap.
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
saving up
I mean,
so that she can be reborn.
and your plan is to save up by making an enemy of Candlekeep? I don't understand.
Whatever it takes. People need books. Candlekeep buys the books. We make more books and make sure that Candlekeep doesn't have them by stealing them.
So what's the point of the shapeshifters attacking? I don't understand.
It's a minor defect. Those things, as soon as they get out of our range and control, they do whatever they please. We just hope that they don't until someone gets in, and then it's Candlekeep's job to worry about. They have enough books and magi to figure that out.
Okay, well, unfortunately, jig's up on this one. You're gonna have to figure something else out, bud, because I'm gonna...
She kind of laughs and says, "You're the one
currently being tried for your crimes." Yeah, I mean, I've made myself pretty well at home. I found your secret stash. You know, I wouldn't test me. I did beat up your buddy there, and I point to the one that I...
Make an intimidation check with disadvantage.
It's a nat one.
Yeah, she gets up, the rug grabs your leg. She turns into a werewolf, but like this werewolf is bigger, meaner, more ferocious. You see blood coming off the gums, eyes looking crazed. She is the alpha. Do you want to play with me, little boy?
No. Actually, no, I don't. I don't even want to get into Candlekeep that bad. Oh, wait, they're gonna know if I don't come back. Oh, man, this is really rough. I'm in a really bad situation, if I'm gonna be honest.
And she throws you off and turns back into her human form, as are we. So let's strike an agreement.
I motion at my big ol' ears and say, I'm listening.
We will let you take back the books if we send one of our own, maybe Marcus here, the blonde-haired guy kind of perks up a little bit, to see about getting some kind of, I don't know, renting system for book. Some way the bookstores can be more financially viable in Candlekeep. They're monopolizing all of the books. And eventually, the older ones they already have, and nobody wants them, and nobody buys them. So we need a better system.
Okay. I mean, I can't promise that I can handle any kind of negotiations for you, but I'll gladly make an introduction.
One last thing.
I don't want you to get it twisted. I have no sway at Candlekeep. They're just gonna throw me in jail if I don't get these books back, so...
One last thing. When you ask where you got the books, you won't tell them where you found it. Only that you did.
No. Yeah, totally. I can do that.
She sneers and kind of looks up at the dusty chair. This is for her, you know. She stands up, gives you the books. Have Candlekeep send a letter. She writes a little address scribbled. That is the stall, her stall of Amberdoon books at the Wide in Baldur's Gate. Have them send a letter to me, and we will begin working on a new program.
Okay, sounds good. I can absolutely do that for you. I do a little bow and try to, like, straighten up my messed up robes and stuff and
Maryn,
catch my breath.
Maryn. If anyone is to come for us and find us, we will find you. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah. Yep, I understand. Trust me, no one's gonna know about your weird wolf cabin. Don't you worry your furry little head.
She kind of looks at you, sneers, turns her back.
I don't mean to be like... I don't mean to offend you as a lycanthrope.
Valor begins to stand up to leave. his breastplate is met with a thick hand and shoves him back into the chair. He's ours now. And Valor's like, what? And he looks a little scared. I mean, I guess that's right. She is the alpha. Yes, that is correct.
Well, I'm not gonna try to. I mean, are you sure, Valor? You want to stay? I don't.
No. He looks very confused. He's probably not in a headspace, no matter what, to be, making any kind of decision like that.
Okay, in that case, I'm just gonna leave him to his new fate because I don't think I can help him.
Okay, cool. So as you were walking back, are you just going back to where the portal was? What's your game plan for getting back?
I guess. I mean, I'm gonna say I'm going with Marcus, right? So I'm gonna say to Marcus, like,
no, you're not going with Marcus anymore. Originally she had talked about sending a liaison, but what she wants to do is for you to just have them contact the Amber Dune bookstore. To set up a thing. You're not to tell them. Sorry, I think I should have explained this a little better. I'll give you a little extra tidbit. The way that she wants to do it is, you tell them Amber Dune books helped you get those back, but like not where you found them, if that makes sense. So put in a good word for Amber Dune books to have them help facilitate in whatever this new process.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. I understand. Okay, well, I can't just get back there, right? Because it's too far away. I only have 48 hours.
Correct. Yeah. So you have to find.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna go back to the Wide, I guess, to where I found the portal the first time.
Sure. Yeah, and again, you see, just a little tiny itty bitty bit of that dust on the ground. Just a tiny bit. It's only going to be good for one more go right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss Agathor up into the air and say, "Do your stuff." And Agathor is gonna open up and belch out a firebolt on the dust.
Yeah, and as that happens, spins. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
I want my other pinky, please. Let me keep it. That's a 4.
Yeah, so as you're
dang it.
Agathor is left behind.
What?
You are now at the other end of the portal in that alleyway. Agathor is not with you.
Oh, man. Oh, my buddy. I was gonna give him up at the beginning of this, but now I don't have him. Oh, man. Well, okay, I'm gonna produce my quill and mutter to myself, "Don't worry, buddy, I'll bring you back."
As you I guess, you finished up there, are you just walking up to go find
I'm just gonna go back to
Longclaw?
find, I'm gonna, I guess, find one of the avowed attendants or whatever at the entrance and ask for Madame Longquill. Tell her it's Maryn Crab. I have business,
Yeah. So as you get up there, yeah, they recognize you even from far away and see a little sack on your back, and they motion over to Meredith Longquill, and she sees you and she walks up. She grabs at the bag, pulling it from you. Are you going to try to contest her from that, or are you okay for her to take it from you?
No. I'm handing it over. I'm telling her as she takes it. Managed to track these down to an Amber Dune Books in Baldur's Gate. They helped me recover them from one of their employees who was committing some rogue acts with their supplies, but they helped me bring him to justice and track these down. I have a letter from them. They'd like to start a correspondence with you regarding their supplies in the Wide in Baldur's Gate. So, pretty good people. Gotta say, I think you kind of jumped to some conclusions about me. Didn't appreciate that so much.
Where is that other one? She looks around looking for Valor.
Oh, unfortunately, we had a disagreement. And,
wait, did you say Baldur's Gate? How did you get there? It's 5 days away.
Well, That's the thing. There was a portal. You guys need to be careful. I know you guys, some magic inside of Candlekeep is disallowed, but it looks like right here on the outskirts, you got people performing some various kinds of magic that maybe you don't know about. So maybe worth an investigation before, you throw me and Valor in jail. But anyway, yeah, Valor decided to no longer keep my company.
So we should send people after him.
He just told me to bring the books back. And
did he
say
help you at all? I'm
him.
confused.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
sending a
he
team.
totally
we'll
helped
send
me.
a team.
No, it's totally not necessary. Please don't send a team.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. Or a deception check, whichever you prefer.
I'm going to make deception. It's a 14. I say
She goes, okay, if you're saying he helped, we will absolve him of his crime.
He just didn't
It
want
looks
to
like
make the
he didn't
travel
have
back.
one after all. She pulls out The Dark Hunger, which is the book that he had given.
Yeah, he just wanted to stay in Baldur's Gate. We made the trip easier for him, and he figured he should just stay behind. He entrusted me to deliver the message.
She kind of shakes her head and says, well, I suppose I better teach you about those portals. She pulls up a book with a wizard with a bald head on it, and says, do you want to start reading?
I pull out my quill, and I say, absolutely.
And she says, where's your book?
I'm gonna need to make a new one of those.
And that's where we will go ahead and end the session.
Yay! Wow, what a fun adventure. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please smash the like button, as they say, and comment down below what your favorite part of the story was. We want to hear from you. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to help us grow the community here on YouTube, and we really want you to be a part of it. So hit that button and hit the bell as well so you get notified on Wednesdays and Saturdays when we release new videos.
Yeah. And if you want to go that extra mile, we also have a Patreon. The link will be in the description box down below. For as little as $1 a month, you can help directly support our channel here. So if you are interested at all, please go look in the description box below and see what we have to offer.
Yeah, the bonus content video for this episode and for last week's episode of this Candlekeep Mystery series is live now, and we're looking to expand what we offer there as the Patreon group grows. So consider becoming an adventure starter, for real. But in the meantime, we'll be back on Wednesday with our week in review video, and we really hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. I'm Ben.
And I'm Baxter. And remember, start adventuring.
Just start adventuring.